welcome to 2022. I'm Chuck Auger with Chemours Refrigerants and happy to kick off the third season of Refrigerant Checkup with Dr. Chuck. And 2020, 2021 were certainly exciting years in the world of refrigerants, and 2022 is shaping up to be one that's even more exciting. So I'd like to start off the beginning of the year talking a little bit about the much discussed and anticipated U.S. American Innovation and Manufacturing Act, otherwise known as the AIM Act, which is going to set out some regulations and really impact the way we handle, buy, sell, use, manufacture, and apply refrigerants. So while some of the rules are just becoming clear, a lot of the details are still yet to become known in the coming months and years maybe, but I think there's some important things you can get going right out the gate here in 2022 to keep you well positioned and knowledgeable in the world of refrigerants. So let me run through those four things. First and foremost is prepare to be informed and educated on an ongoing basis. So if you're watching this video, I think that's a good start, but I really encourage you to set up all your news feeds, your favorite blogs, your leading industry information sources, podcasts, newsletters, however you choose to get your information. I think you want to stay close to those because information is going to be coming out and evolving in the coming months. So stay informed and prepare for some continuing education. Number two is it's a good time to emphasize best practices, going back to those tried and true things we've learned around preventive maintenance, leak prevention, leak repair. It's really a good time to emphasize those things. As we go through this HFC phase down as part of the AIM Act, it's going to require the entire industry to work together, from service contractors, refrigerant distributors, refrigerant manufacturers, OEMs, really to manage the supply of HFCs as we get into later years and those markets continue to tighten up. So again, rededicating yourselves to best practices is always a good practice, and it's certainly a good time to do that here at the beginning of 2022. The third thing you can do to prepare for the AIM Act here in the early stages of 2022 is to really evaluate the value of retrofits to your business or to your customers' businesses. It's clear with some of the ongoing rules, high GWP refrigerants like 404 or 507 may be needed to be changed out and swapped in for a lower GWP refrigerant like 449, something that performs very similar or even better. But if that equipment has lifetime, retrofits are going to become more and more important. And again, if you haven't gotten into the retrofit or gas conversion game, now is a good time. All the major OEM component suppliers, as well as refrigerant manufacturers, have engineering guidelines, application guidelines, and technical support to help you do those successfully and to help us with this transition through the AIM Act. And finally, number four, I would say, is to begin to prepare for A2L refrigerants. It's not too soon. And while new mildly flammable or A2L refrigerants will be coming out in new equipment in the coming years, as the codes and standards allow that to happen in both air conditioning and refrigerants, there are some changes that the industry, particularly on the service side, are going to have to understand. And there's a lot of things that are very similar to the A1 refrigerants everyone is used to, things like R22, R410A, but there are some things that are going to be different. And it's probably going to need to be introduced in stages, so training will happen again and again, refresher courses, installation, handling, what tools need to be changed and which ones don't. All that information is becoming more and more available. There's a lot of industry groups that are putting together really good training, as well as the refrigerant manufacturers like Chemours. So there's no reason you can't begin getting your business partners, your employees, essentially anyone who's going to handle these refrigerants, whether it comes from warehousing, transportation, selling them over the counter, or actually using them, installing in the field, getting everyone up to speed on what's coming with A2L refrigerants. It is not too soon to do that. I encourage you to start that training now. If you have any questions, certainly reach out to us at Chemours or your favorite training organization in the industry. so we can all get moving on a safe transition to A2L refrigerants, which is going to be a major part of the future of our HVACR industry. So I hope that's give you a few things to get started on. Again, all the details of the AIM Act will be coming out in the future over some time, but there are, again, 4 important things I think you should focus on here getting started. One is education, staying informed, being prepared to continually update yourself. 2, emphasizing best practices, things like leak reduction, keeping refrigerants inside the systems, recovery, reclaim, all that's important. The value of retrofit is going to be more and more important as the HFC allocation gets ramped down in coming years. And 4th, getting ready for the new generation of A2L refrigerants. So I hope that's helpful. I'll be having a lot more information as more information flows out of the regulatory bodies into the industry, and how we take that information and put it to practical use. Be here to help you guys. Again, appreciate your viewing, and if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover, certainly give me a shout. Easiest way is my email. I'll put it at the bottom. But thanks for checking us out, and we'll talk to you soon. So long.